Holy shit, what an episode. Now that's an episode worth staying up till 3:30 a.m. Let's get into it. Marvel's What If. So Marvel What If is the Marvel Studios per series that we've been following for the past 8 weeks or so. Oh my god. Episode 8 just dropped. What happened if Ultron won? And if Ultron won, it would have been one hell of a live action series. Shit. Okay, after last week's episode with Thor party and everything like that, I was like, okay, that episode's not really the best. Some people thought it was like the weakest episode so far, says Captain Carter. But holy shit, that ending when it was like, oh, Ultron came through the portal and shit like that, and he had the Infinity Stones and stuff, like, what the fuck's happening? Now we pick it up with that in episode 8. Not really, because Ultron doesn't show up in that universe, so I assume we'll see that next week in the season finale, which is going to be explosive. There's so much to talk about in this episode because so much went down, even though there's a moment that the comic book purist in me is kind of like, it shouldn't work that way. Anyway, let's just get into it. Let's just jump into it, guys. Holy fuck. Because episode 8 of Marvel's What If just dropped. We got to talk about this shit. Spoilers and all. So if you haven't watched it, even though it's 3:30 a.m., me recording it, time you're going to watch this video, you probably already saw the episode. So let's just spoil it up. Let's go. And the episode opens up with the Watcher talking about, like, oh, dark times, shit like that. Because it opens up with, the world pretty much being fucked. Like, what the fuck happened? You got Clint and Natasha Romanoff and everything. They're going through Russia, but they got these Ultron Sentry bots shooting, chasing after him and shit. And you see that Clint's got a robotic arm, and it's like, well, what the hell's going on? What happened? A little backstory in our main MCU sacred timeline. Everything what happened with Tony Stark and the Avengers. They got the cradle from Age of Ultron. They made Vision. They saved the universe. Kinda. Okay, well, they let half it get snapped away, but then they came back and then they saved it. Okay. But no, in this new, like, oh, it's instead of zigging and zagging, when they zagged, Ultron ended up getting and transferring his conscience into Vision's body. He just became Ultron Vision. Holy shit. So pretty much he just took on the Avengers and just, like, wiped everybody because, he had the launch codes and everything like that, so he just nuked America, he nuked the whole planet. Killed the Avengers, just killed everybody, everyone's dead. Even though I'm kind of like, wouldn't Wakanda survive? Because of that dome? I don't know. But then when everything's said and done like that, then Thanos arrives on the scene and Ultron's just like, fascinating. And it just Mind Stones cuts him in half. Okay, that's not the moment I was like, but I was kind of like, really? I feel like if this episode was an hour long, we would have got a fight. Because I can't see Thanos just getting wiped out that fast. Even though part of me is kind of like, if this was real, I think he would just do that. Just like, just slice in half. You're dead. Didn't even see it coming. But it's the MCU, so I kind of feel like, again, if this was an hour-long episode, we would have definitely got a showdown between Thanos and Ultron Vision. And I feel like Thanos would have won because he had 5 Infinity Stones. He had the Time Stone, for God's sake. He could have just fucking rewound time over and over again, but that's near there. Anyway, he kills Thanos and he's just like, what are these gems? And he, burns off the gauntlet. It gets the 5 Infinity Stones and fuses it with him and shit. And it becomes Super Ultron Mega Vision. And then, this is the moment, the Watcher's just like, oh man, they just I've seen a lot of shit happen in the multiverse, but this one just took me by surprise. And Ultron's just like, who said that? And it fucks the Watcher up. But you're like, what the hell? What? I guess when you got those 6 Infinity Stones, you just transcend to something just beyond our mortal comprehension. Because now he can see the Watcher more or less tries to break into, I guess, where the Watcher can see the multiverse, stuff like that. So, okay. Well, also, this side quest is happening with Natasha and Clint. They're gonna get Zolot so they can, try to use him to, I guess, break into Ultron source code and shit, shut him down. We'll see how that goes. Actually, I do want to see how that goes, because that is a plot point that just kind of gets left off in a sad way, because the Ultron bots, they go after Clint and Natasha, and Clint, he sacrifices himself, just what will happen if Clint killed himself instead of Natasha in Endgame? So that was poetic. Plus, Natasha got the Red Guardian shield. We didn't get to see that in her movie, but now she got it now, so that's dope. But the holy shit moment is when Ultron fucking breaks into the multiverse and him and the Watcher just throw down. It is just badass because they're going through the multiverse portal combat style. They're just going through everything like that. It was nuts to see the Watcher. He can throw down. I was just like, he is a celestial GOB, what the fuck, you should be able to take this guy down. Here's the moment where it's kind of like, okay, the comic book side of me is kind of like, I don't think it worked that way, because I know that the Infinity Stones only work in their universe. So like, how does I guess he wasn't really using it, but I would say to an extension he was using the Infinity Stones in the multiverse throwdown and shit. I'm kind of like, they wouldn't really work. That's not how they work in the comics, but it's the MCU, so it's kind of like, oh, maybe they do work in every universe. Who knows? So, but just when Ultron just like is about to absorb and kill the Watcher, he fucks off, and now Ultron's like, I see everything. I see all the universes. Why I'm not gonna be a Watcher. I'm just gonna conquer it all. I'm gonna destroy the multiverse. And just when you think the episode's like, this can't get any crazier. What's gonna happen? Out comes Sorcerer Evil, Doctor Strange and shit. Just like, so, you ready to actually intervene now? Watcher just like, all right, let's go get this son of a bitch. And then it just ends. You're just like, whoa. I am so excited for episode 8 and 9. Episode 9. I think it's the finale. This is going to be crazy. No, I'm finally an episode in What If that really gets me jacked up on all cylinders. What do you think about episode 8 of Marvel's What If Ultron? Well, comment below. Let me know. Just talk about it, because this was a good episode. I love the fuck out of it. Might be the best one yet, I dare say. One of the best. Because, you know, T'Challa forever. As always, guys, subscribe. Until next time.